It's Tuesday evening, you're tired, you just got home from work, maybe picked up the kids, maybe you've been on your feet all day or on Zoom calls all day. Either way, you are done. You open the refrigerator and you stare at it for a solid 45 seconds. There's some wilting spinach, half an onion, and a container of something you made last week that you're not totally sure about anymore. And in that moment, in that exact moment of exhaustion and hunger and I don't know what to do with this spinach, is where plant-based eating lives or dies. I'm not being dramatic. That 6 p.m. Tuesday moment is where most people give up. Not because they don't believe in eating plants, not because they don't want to eat healthier, but because they don't have a system. Today, I'm giving you a system. We're talking about the 2-hour Sunday reset. My 3-part framework for setting yourself up to eat whole, plant-based meals all week long, without stressing, without spending a fortune, and without turning your kitchen into a full-time job. If you've ever said, I want to eat plant-based, but I just don't have the time, this episode is for you.
Get down with that. Plant-based power in your soul. Get down with that. Whole Foods takes control.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. I'm Coach Deb, and this episode is one I've been wanting to do for a while because this is the episode that would have saved me so much struggle when I was starting out. Here's the truth about my early plant-based days. I was motivated. I was inspired. I had watched the documentaries. I had read the books. I had made the decision. And then Monday through Thursday would go great. And by Friday, I was exhausted and ordering takeout and feeling like I had somehow failed. The problem wasn't my values. The problem was my infrastructure. I didn't have a system. The week I figured out batch cooking, the week I blocked off 2 hours on Sunday and actually set my kitchen up for success, everything changed. My stress went down, my food choices got easier, my grocery bill went down because I stopped wasting food, and I stopped that 6 p.m. panic spiral for good. This framework is what I teach my coaching clients. It's what I teach in my Food for Life classes, and today I'm giving the whole thing to you, right here, for free. We're calling it the 2-hour Sunday reset, and it runs on 3 pillars. Prep your grains, build your bases, and stack your flavor. Let's get into it. Before I walk you through the framework, let me give you the science, because this isn't just about convenience. There's real research behind why having food prepared in advance is one of the most powerful predictors of healthy eating. In 2017, researchers published a study in the International Journal of Behavioral Nutrition and Physical Activity. That's a mouthful, I know. Looking at the meal planning habits of over 40,000 French adults. Here's what they found. People who planned their meals in advance had significantly higher diet quality, more food variety, and lower rates of overweight and obesity. Not because planning magically made them healthier, but because planning removes the decision fatigue that leads to poor choices. Here's a quote from the study. Meal planning was associated with a healthier diet, including higher adherence to nutritional guidelines, more variety, and lower likelihood of overweight. Let me say something about decision fatigue for a second, because this matters. Every single day, we make hundreds of food decisions. What to buy, what to cook, what to eat. Research from Cornell University's Food and Brand Lab found that the average American makes over 200 food decisions per day. Most of those decisions happen on autopilot. And when we're tired, stressed, or rushed, autopilot defaults to whatever is the fastest, cheapest, and most available. Batch cooking hijacks that autopilot in the best possible way. When the healthy food is already made and ready in your fridge, it becomes the path of least resistance, the fast option, the easy option. This is the original fast food. This is especially critical for plant-based eating, where new habits are still being formed, and most of us didn't grow up knowing how to make a grain bowl or roast a sheet of vegetables in our sleep. The learning curve is real. And having prepared foods in the fridge gives you grace, while you're still on that curve. The science is clear. Preparation is not just a nice to have. It is a dietary intervention in its own right. All right, as promised, here's the framework. 3 pillars, 2 hours, 1 Sunday. Let's go. Pillar 1, prep your grains. This is the foundation. On Sunday, cook a big pot of at least 1 whole grain. Brown rice, quinoa, farro, oats for the week, whatever you love. Grains keep beautifully in the fridge for 4 to 5 days, and they form the base of everything. Grain bowls, stir fries, breakfast porridge, stuffed peppers, it all starts here. Takes about 5 minutes of active effort. The rest is just the pot doing the work. Pillar number 2, build your bases. This is where you prep your proteins and your produce. Cook a pot of beans or lentils, or use canned beans if you're short on time. Zero shame. I do it too. Roast a full sheet pan of whatever vegetables you have. I'm talking broccoli, sweet potato, zucchini, bell peppers, whatever's in the house. Cut your raw vegetables for the week, carrots, celery, cucumber, so snacking is already set up. This step usually takes about 45 minutes, including the roasting time, with maybe 15 minutes of actual chopping. Pillar number 3, stack your flavor. This is the step people skip, and it's the one that makes everything taste good. Make 1 sauce, dressing, or dip. A simple tahini dressing, a batch of salsa, a quick lemon herb vinaigrette, hummus. Having a flavorful sauce in the fridge means every bowl you assemble during the week feels intentional and satisfying, instead of plain and sad. That's it. Grains, bases, flavor. And when Tuesday 6 p.m. hits and you open that fridge, there's cooked rice, there's roasted vegetables, there are beans, there's a sauce, and you have a meal in 5 minutes. No panic, no takeout, no spinach mystery situation. I hear people say, I don't have 2 hours on Sunday. And I want to gently push back on that. You don't have to do it all at once. You can roast vegetables while you're watching TV. You can start a pot of rice before you jump in the shower. This doesn't require you to clear your afternoon. It just requires you to be in the kitchen for a few stretches throughout the day. Start with whatever feels manageable. 1 grain, 1 pot of beans, 1 sauce. That's already a week changer. So your homework this week is called the Sunday Plant Prep. I love coming up with these names. This Sunday, just this one Sunday, I want you to do at least 1 of the 3 pillars. Just 1. I'm making it easy on you. Cook a pot of brown rice, or roast a sheet pan of vegetables, or make a simple tahini dressing. Pick the one that feels most doable and just do that. Here's your shopping list starter if you need it. Brown rice or quinoa, 1 can of chickpeas or black beans. Go for the low sodium or no salt variety. Whatever vegetables are on sale this week. Tahini, lemon, and garlic for a quick sauce. That's it. Simple, affordable, powerful. After your Sunday prep, take a photo of your fridge, the before or the after, I don't care, and share it on Instagram. Tag me at Get Down with Deb and use the hashtag SundayPlantPrep. I want to see your fridge glow up. I want to cheer you on. Let's do this together. I love this episode so much because this is where the rubber meets the road. We can know all the science in the world, and we've talked a lot of science in the last few weeks. But if the food isn't ready when you're hungry and tired, it doesn't matter. Systems beat willpower every single time. Build the system, stock the fridge, make the food easy. That is the whole entire secret. And now you have it. If today's episode was useful, please share it with someone who's been trying to eat better but keeps falling off by Thursday. This framework could change their week. Subscribe to Get Down with Deb podcast wherever you listen. Leave a review if you love what we're doing here, and I will talk to you next week. Next week, we're going deep into a topic that I know is on a lot of your minds, something that disproportionately affects our community and that food plays a massive role in. You're not going to want to miss this one. Remember, keep focusing on your health. I'm Coach Deb, and I'll see you next week.